Our yama of the week is Asteya or non-stealing. And this goes far beyond the physical act of stealing someone's tangible goods. So more than just being a thief, more than just don't steal. And I think a lot of us, when we think of not stealing, or like, for example, in the Ten Commandments, thinking about stealing things, it's like stealing things. Yeah, I'm not going to be a thief. But there are a lot of other ways that we steal without even realizing. And we can steal from others by stealing someone's time, energy, or stealing their excitement or their sadness in a conversation or something they just shared. How many times have you had someone possibly come to you with some sad news, perhaps a death or something that happened in their life, and instead of sympathize for them, instead we go into our own story and say, oh, that happened to me too, or yeah, my mom also died a few years ago, or something else that brings it away from that person and onto us, and it's not helpful. So just know that if someone does come to you with sad news, please just sympathize and say, I'm so sorry for your loss, rather than saying, this happened to me too. But we can do that with excitement too. Someone comes to you saying, I'm going on this super awesome vacation, I'm going to Disney World, and then you say something like, oh yeah, I went to Disney World last year, it wasn't that great. Instead, be excited for them and ask them questions. So instead of stealing their excitement, stealing their conversation that they're trying to share with you, be excited and dive a little bit deeper for them. Anyway, that's just a couple ways you can steal from others conversationally. One-upmanship, you can steal from people's time if you delve into a long, lengthy either rant or discussion or something without first asking if that person had the time for it. You can also do this on the phone by, disrespecting someone's time and talking for longer than the allocated time, or even also showing up late for an appointment is also stealing someone's time. So there's a lot of ways that we can steal with time, energy, and that type of thing with other people. We can also steal from the environment by living in excess, by living with too much, by having too much. We are stealing from the future by using too much, heat in our house, or by using too much food, or having too many things is stealing essentially from someone else who could use them, or from the future generations. So many of us are living in a way that we believe that we're the only ones that are living here, and we don't think about the future generations to come. So think about that for a while and notice where we can cut back maybe some of the excess of our lives in order to feel a little bit more, I guess, nicer to the environment and the world. And one of my favorite books actually that talks on that is Ishmael. If you have not read Ishmael, I so highly recommend it, by Daniel Quinn. It's a really easy read, very easy to comprehend. There's Ishmael and also My Ishmael. That one's a good one too, by Daniel Quinn also. He's got other books out there. But I love the phrase in here that they talk about, that we belong to the world does not belong to us. Again, we belong to the world does not belong to us. Or we belong to the earth does not belong to us. What that is saying, and that is that we came into this world as part of the world, not as higher beings that can take things and take whatever you want. And we are noticing now, with us being takers of the world, taking whatever we want and not living for the world, but instead living for us and believing that we can take everything. We are seeing, global warming. We're seeing overpopulation. We're seeing a lot of things happen that are not so great. Some of our resources are being depleted. And I won't get too much on my soapbox about that, but think about ways that you can help the environment. Even small things can really help. Reusable straws, bamboo or reusable silverware or plasticware, whatever. I'm not using plastic as much. Less plastic waste, less waste in general, recycling. Okay, so there's more on that, but I'm not going to get into it. I could go forever on that. And then the next one is stealing from, well, the future. That's kind of the same as the environment. And stealing from ourselves. Stealing from ourselves. All the ways that we live in the past or we live in the future are stealing from ourselves. So if you're too preoccupied with worries of the future or too into the past, that can steal from your present moment. So working towards that. And there were a few other concepts in here, but again, in the back, look at the questions for exploration. Week 1, notice how and when you steal from others with one-upmanship, power, confidence, and not celebrating others' successes. Notice when you're not lifting others, instead you're turning the conversations around back to you. The next one is to notice where you're stealing from the earth and stealing from the future. What are you taking without returning value? This week, live in reciprocity with the earth. The next one, live as a visitor to the world rather than an owner. Notice how much is available to you to use and enjoy without having to own them. Like the parks, public parks, libraries, concerts, sunsets, the beach, all of that kind of stuff. And the last one is to think about your dreams and goals and make a list of things to do, study, and try that would increase your knowledge and competency and bring you closer to your goal, building what they call adhikara. So that's something I didn't talk about, but read it in the book. It's awesome. Good luck, non-stealing. It's a great topic.